Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the webinar of how to teach our kids the importance of sex education will be commencing shortly, may we stay in this room for the next 5 minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the webinar of how to teach our kids the importance of sex education. It is an honor to me to introduce and welcome the guests of this webinar. The Excellencies Ms. Tina Latuhaila, the Honorable Ms. Saraswati, the Honorable Ms. Tias, and all of the participants of the national webinar of how to teach our kids the importance of sex education 2020. Sex education is an issue that is becoming more and more questionable. We used to not teach this based on our East culture, which presume that this is a taboo topic. But data show us that the marriage of children in Indonesia is high due to pregnancy. Today, we will discuss about this important topic. But first of all, let's thank to God, the Almighty, for giving us the mercy and blessing until we can attend in this event without any obstacle, and also in this happy place and time. For a brief moment, we would like to invite you to rise and sing Indonesian anthem, Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen to the welcome speech delivered by the chief of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Tina Latuhaila. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here today at this wonderful place. My name is Tina Latuhaila, and it is such an honor for me to speak on behalf of the organizer. Well, let me begin by giving you a warm welcome to the webinar of how to teach our kids the importance of sex education. Before we get started, I would like to express my appreciation to the committee who generously helped us to make this seminar come true, Ms. Sapta and Mr. Wakabayashi. We could not have done it without you. Well, I do not want to take too much of your time. I need to hand over it to Ms. Larasati, our today's MC, to introduce our guest speaker to all of you. I would like to say once more, on behalf of this seminar organizer, welcome. It is great to see so many of you here. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tina Latuhaila. We are now continuing our meeting to the next agenda. That is to hear the presentation which will be delivered by Ms. Saraswati. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Saraswati.
Okay, good morning everyone. Hello. Today I will give a short explanation about how to teach your kids sex education depending on their age. Okay, we start it by the age of 0 until 2 years. Well, in this age, we can teach our kids by, a daily activity. For example, while take a bath, okay? Why? Because in this activity, we can show them, introducing them the name of the body parts. Next, at the age of 2 until 3 years, we can teach our kids that everybody part has a name and its own job to do. For example, boys have a penis. Why we have to do this? Because most children in the age 2 until 3 years, they are quite curious about their own and their friend's body. Not only curiosity, but they also noticing that there is a differences in the boys and the girls' body. Well, at the age of 4 to 5 years, children usually asking about where babies come from, and we can answer it by asking them back. What do you think? Because we should know their knowledge first, and then we can give a simple explanation like babies grow in a place inside their mother called the uterus. And when they ask, where does the baby come out? We can answer them by giving an explanation like, your little sister is growing in my uterus. When she's finished growing, she will squeeze through the birth canal, which is called the vagina. Well, the last, in the age of 6 to 8 years, by this age, children are interested in how babies are made. Okay, we can ask them first to know about their understanding, and then we can give an information that we are comfortable with. Like for example, to make a baby, a sperm from a man and an egg from a woman join together. Okay, I think that's all. I hope you could understand, you could practice it in your kids, and I hope that everything runs well. Okay, thank you so much for your attention, and I hope we can meet on the next event. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Saraswati, for sharing your great knowledge. It is true that we have to be aware of sex education and start to teach it for our kids with a conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen to the presentation delivered by the headmaster of Kertajati 1 Kindergarten. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Tias.
Okay, good morning everyone. In the past, we decided that sex education for some parents could sound a little taboo to be tough to their children, which becoming an epidemic problem for Indonesia. Sex education is really important for avoiding sexual disease and other problems that might jeopardize their future as a result of the promiscuity. Dr. Boyke Dianugraha, an Indonesian sexologist, said that parents are still confused about how to teach a proper sexual education to their child. But he also mentioned that 40 to 60% of children in Indonesia have done sexual intercourse as the result of the lack of awareness. Well, it is also resulting in a huge amount of abortion, for about 2.3 million cases of abortion done in Indonesia. This number can be increased in the future. Well, I would like to say 3 basic steps that can help you to talk with your children about sex. Why? Why talking? Because you have to talk about sexual thing first to them before doing something else. Okay, so first, find out what your children already knows. For example, where do you think babies come from? Or what have you heard about where babies come from? Okay, next to the second one, correct any misinformation and give the fact. For example, no, babies don't grow in their mommy's tummy. They grow in the special place inside their mommy called the uterus. Okay, and the third one or the last one, use the conversation as an opportunity to talk about your own thought or feelings. Okay, for example, some people really want to have a baby when they are ready, and other people are not too sure about having a baby at all. Well, I think that's all. I hope it helps you all to start teaching your kids sex education. Well, thank you so much for your attention and see you.
Thank you, Ms. Tias, for sharing an incredible knowledge. Teaching sex education, depending on the children's age, is really important. The next agenda is question and answer. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is a question, please click the raise hand and unmute the voice. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for making time in your busy schedule to join us here this morning. It's a pleasure to host this webinar, and I wish you get a new perspective about this. Once again, thank you so much.